Asopao de Camarones, Puerto Rico, or shrimp stew, Puerto Rican style. But this one is more of an inspired Puerto Rican dish because I'm replacing the rice with cauliflower rice and I'm going 100% natural ingredients with a very low content of carbs. So, go nowhere. Let's have some fun, right? Subscribe if you haven't. Let's create. So let's talk about the ingredients. Let's go first with the shrimp. I have about 6 pieces of giant jumbo shrimp. You can use smaller ones, maybe make 12 pieces, kind of the double amount if they're small, but these are jumbo. I also have sea salt for taste. You know, this is from the sea salt. Makes sense to me. I have some tomato sauce, 1/4 of a cup. I grind it, homemade. I don't like to do the canned stuff. I'm going to have some broccoli rice, which I actually use the grinding process instead of the blending because I wanted the thing to be a little bit uneven and a little bit thicker than when I do it with a blender, which is more couscous feel. I have sofrito. I have a tablespoon of sofrito, homemade. Click the title on my channel, go to my link. I'll show you how to do it. But if you don't have sofrito, just grab about, a little bit of, with a little bit, I mean like a tablespoon worth of cilantro, some onions, chop, garlic, chop, green and red bell pepper, chop. And when you combine them, make sure it's combine maybe about 2 teaspoons. But because it's already blended, I'm going with 1. I'm sorry, tablespoon. I'm going to have I'm going to make my own sazon, sazon is a product that we use in Puerto Rico, but I don't like it because it has a lot of artificial colors and ingredients, so I go natural. So I have about half of a teaspoon of cumin, same with the coriander, all ground. I have the same amount for the smoked red paprika, and I have about 2 to 3 small teeth of garlic minced, and some annatto oil. I do have a video how to prepare annatto oil. It's going to be in my link. And I have a video how to prepare sazon. It's in my link. Also going to add a little bit of turmeric. This is about half of, maybe a teaspoon or half to 1. Turmeric grounded, add a nice color, anti-inflammatories. And I decided to add a little bit of onion. This is about 3/4 of a teaspoon, maybe a teaspoon. Now I don't have to add onion if I don't want to because I already have them here. But I wanted to add it for my own personal flavor. Ingredients are very important. I'm going natural. And I decided to invest some time on this. And this is a good replacement for the rice and the asopao. And this is how you prepare your cauliflower rice. You just put a little bit of oil. I always go extra virgin. I have the heat high, but I'm going to reduce it to a couple notches about medium. The reason I have it high first is because I want this hot. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to add the rice. And I'm going plain here just for illustration purposes. But you can add stuff to it like, whatever you want. Onions, you can add cilantro, you can add Italian parsley, mint, move it around. Put this to medium. And what you're doing, you're cooking it. It's not going to take a long time. If this was the blended version, it would have cooked like couscous. This one is the grinded version, grated. So it's going to cook a little bit more thicker. You're not going to do this for a long time. You just cooking it. Until it's ready. So I'm going to use a cast iron. It's relatively big, this pot, because I want to be able to, for you to see what I'm doing. So what I have here, the shrimp, they were steamed before and peeled. I left the tail. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put a little bit of the annatto oil. Not a lot, just a little bit. And I'm going to add the shrimp now. So what I'm doing is giving the shrimp that beautiful color. High heat, let me put it to medium high, lower it down. What I'm going to do, I'm going to start giving it a nice looking color to the shrimp. Get the flavor flowing. And I'm going to do this for maybe a minute. And move it around so it doesn't stick at the bottom of the cast iron. Move it around, move it around. See how beautiful they look? See the color that the annatto oil is giving it? Now you have two options. If you have a small pot, just remove them. Because mine is big, I'm going to put them aside. What I'm going to do is, I'm going to put a little bit more annatto oil. And I'm going to add my sofrito. Once again, in my description, I have how to prepare sofrito. And I also have another link to how to replace the sofrito. How beautiful, huh? I'm going to add now the tomato sauce. You don't do this for a long time. Just leave for a little. What you're going to do now, you're going to mix it up. If you have the shrimp aside, you put it now. Add some of the onions too, so they caramelize. Mix everything up. When you do that to get the flavor mix. It's time to add some of the ingredients of the sazon. I had the garlic and the small paprika. the cumin and the coriander. A little bit more of the natural oil. Put some of the turmeric. Mix things well. And now you add water. If you have seafood broth, go with that. See how beautiful and orange it looks? And adding 4 cups. Put the heater back to high. Once again, water or fish or seafood broth. I didn't prepare any broth, so I had to go with the water. So what you're going to do, you give it a taste. Need salt. So you add salt to your taste. Let me watch the spoon. Mix this up. This is not going to take a long time to cook because, as I stated, the shrimp was already boiled or steam or whatever. Sorry, I lied. The stuff tasty, so I added a little bit more. Pretty good. And that color is so beautiful. So I'm going to do this for like 4 minutes. Let me cover up so the steam stay with the meal. It's been 2 minutes out of 4, so I am halfway through it. Yeah, the stuff is already cooked, but the reason I'm covering the 2-minute mark is to lower it. I don't want this too hot. The last minute or so, I'm going to invest it in 2 things. One is to add the cauliflower rice. It's an asopao, you know. And this rice is already cooked. This cauliflower rice. And I'm going to let it go for a minute. See, it's the rice. So this is a very low carb meal. The second thing I'm going to do is add my personal touch. A handful, tiny bit, see, of cilantro. I like to add it to add the earth look and flavor. They call in Puerto Rico campesino or country person, farms. You know. And I'm going to do this for like a minute. Lower the heat. And that's it, another minute and it's ready.